Whoa! Almost knocked over my softbox. It's fine. Whenever I'm not coordinated enough for this, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Today's video is going over all of the makeup cases that I've had as a freelance makeup artist, starting from the fall of 2018, because that's when I unofficially started freelancing, all the way up until what I have now. This video was inspired by the fact that I actually just recently bought a new makeup case, as you guys might have seen on my Instagram. My Instagram is at jm_artistry. If you guys don't already follow me on there, definitely go ahead and follow me. I do every other week Q&As on there where I answer makeup artist questions and everything, so if you guys aren't a part of that community, definitely go ahead and follow me on there. As we're going through this video, I definitely want you guys to keep in mind that the makeup cases that I like are not necessarily going to be the same cases that you guys like, because the makeup cases that you really like are determined by what kind of artist you are and how you work. Obviously, we're all different people that prefer different things, so just keep that in mind. Please do not just purchase the ones that I recommend because I recommended them. Do your research, see what kind of artist you are, and pick the makeup cases from there. Anyways, I want to go ahead and get started here. I actually have to look up the first makeup case because I don't have it currently, so I couldn't exactly find the brand name one that I had to begin with because I know what it was. It was AW, the rolling train case. Shani Cosmetics has a really similar one, and I feel like the AW one was actually an off-brand of the Shani one because I usually hear about that most often. I'm gonna be horrible at explaining these, just to let you know. This one retails for about $250 on Amazon. I got it all in black. You also can get it in a really hot bright pink color but I feel like that was a little bit too flashy. It's basically a rolling train case, but it has a couple of different sets to it. When you open the top compartment, it has a removable Velcro brush case that you can pull out, if that makes sense. Like the whole entire thing's Velcro. And then when you flip the case up, then you can have all your brushes like lined up in these little pockets up here. Then also on the top section, it's a little bit deeper. So this whole entire front compartment, as you guys can see in the picture, it's very deep. So you can basically put foundations, a whole bunch of palettes inside of there, even like towels, something like that. And then the really fun part about this though is it has two sets of drawers. There's 8 drawers altogether, 4 on each side. It's basically a click system, so they're locked in place. So if you just try to pull them directly, they won't budge. Just in case your case tips over, all your stuff isn't like falling out or anything. You basically have to almost like pinch the handle up underneath it, and then you can release the drawer. And as you can tell on the top, it has another suitcase looking bag. So you have the bottom part with all the drawers, and then the suitcase thing on top just clips onto it, and then the whole entire thing is on wheels and it rolls around. The top part has the same removable Velcro brush pouch in it, so in case you have like 1,000,001 brushes to carry around, then that's also handy for that. Has 2 little slider compartments, so like they literally meet in the middle and then you slide them out like this, and then literally you can put everything on the bottom part of that compartment case, and that's about it. If I had up to 3 people, I usually just carried the top compartment because carrying both of those at one time with all of your makeup in it was honestly extremely heavy. Sometimes I would just carry the bottom compartment with all of the drawers. Usually what I did is I pulled out the drawers completely. I didn't work within the case. I put the drawers on top of my station and then worked out of there. Basically, the reason why I got rid of this case is because, as you can tell, it was very heavy and very cumbersome. I did kind of like the fact that it wheeled around though. It was really nice, especially if you had a long distance to go. I feel like this system would be really handy if you are on a film and television set without very much space to move around and everything, because you could literally work directly out of the case. If you have very limited table space on a regular basis, I would definitely consider this because it's a very nice case. Then the next case I want to show you guys is actually one I don't have right now. Hold on a second. Okay, I just had to get the second one because I was not prepared. This is actually a really popular case, I feel like, for makeup artists, especially ones that travel a lot, maybe on planes or something. This is the MAC travel case. It looks like this. I looked it up on MAC's website and it retails for $176. Of course, you can apply to be a MAC Pro member and you get 30% off. It's either 30 or 40% off. It might be 40% off. I mainly bought this just in case I would ever have to travel to somebody on a plane, but I've never actually traveled anywhere for my work before. The farthest I've traveled is Michigan, which is about like 2.5 hours away. It looks really small, but to be completely honest, there's tons of space inside of here. You'll be shocked. So there's an outside pocket right here, and it actually goes all the way to the bottom. So it's pretty deep. I usually put my towels and touch-up kits and everything inside of these guys. Then if you flip it around, there's a spot right here to put stuff in. And then there is a little thing right here. So in case you want to put it on top of a suitcase, then you can push the handle through here and just wheel it around on top of a suitcase. It just unzips on the top here. There's a ton of space inside of here. I don't know how well I'm actually showing this to you guys. And then it also has the second section as well. This first section right here has these 3 different zipper compartments, and these are mesh. You can unzip these like this. This one's really tiny. This top section though, I usually put all my sanitation things, so like all my alcohol, hand sanitizer, things like that. You can do whatever you want with this, but that's usually what I do whenever I pack this. And then I put skincare stuff inside of here, and then usually I put all my eyeshadow palettes inside of this guy because this is like a huge compartment. This whole entire thing you can literally just fill with stuff. This guy in the middle, it actually zips apart right here. You can actually use this as like your set bag. You can unclip the handle. There is 2 holes that are right here on the sides. So then you clip the handle straps to the tops of here and literally just throw it over your shoulder, and then it becomes almost like a satchel. So I really like that functionality of this bag. MAC did really think of everything because of course MAC is a pro artist brand. This is just a huge pouch where you can fit a whole bunch of stuff inside of here if you want to. Then on the other side, it basically just has 2 separate pouches. Like this isn't connected, so these are like skinnier pouches. You have this side, and then there is this side right here that's identical. Then this is just like a little mesh thing in case you need to have things easily accessible, maybe like tissues or paper towels or something. This is the reason actually why I bought this bag, is because it has all these pouches in it. I don't know how well you can see that. All these are velcroed on here. So you can literally just detach any of these if you want to. These are where the majority of your makeup's going to go. Anything that you think might possibly spill should probably go in these instead of the mesh part. So you have these 2 small guys right here, which are half the size of these obviously. And then there is 2 large rectangle pouches right here that hold a lot of stuff. You can also use these as like your set bags too if you want to. So you can just basically separate out maybe like 1 bag for each of your talents or something, and then maybe label them with a label maker. They're PVC sort of plastic material, so they do clean up really easily, so no worries about that. It's very travel friendly. You can easily use it as a set bag. If you guys have pretty minimal amount of people, then you can use this. Problem is though, it's really not good for bridal. I obviously have a minimum of 4 people. I do up to parties of like 10 people sometimes by myself. You can get quite a bit of things inside of there, not gonna lie, but I feel like for any party that's maybe over like 6 people or something, you probably wouldn't be able to have like everything in here. And sometimes I don't have the table space for it. I just don't like the fact that I can't really organize the powders in the pouches either. Like they don't have compartments or anything, they're just bags, so you kind of have to like shuffle around in the bags to find products sometimes. That's the other downside of it. But again, if you guys travel a lot for your jobs, or if you are on set or something, then this would also be a really good bag for you guys. It is TSA approved to be a carry-on. The next bag that I have is actually the one that I was currently using for a very long time. This is the one that you guys saw in my last 2 freelance makeup kit videos. If you are just a makeup artist, I would definitely consider this bag and the next one that I'm about to mention. But if you guys are hairstylists, it may not work out to have like hair products in them too. It's mainly just for makeup artists. However, the last 2 cases that I mentioned, definitely good for both. This is the Relevel extra large train case right here. Technically, it's supposed to be for people who like set up on like film and television sets and have minimal space to work in. Then this is really good because you can work directly out of it. But you definitely do need to like depot a lot of stuff to be able to make your makeup fit in here. I don't carry a ton of products, as you guys might have seen in my previous videos, but I feel like an average makeup artist would probably have to condense quite a bit. You're not going to get full-size containers into this, or at least that many of them. So just consider that you probably will have to heavily condense if you do use these 2 kits I'm going to mention. I found it on Amazon, so it retails for about $70. Okay, I just angled you down a little bit because I need to have space for this. And hopefully I won't drop it here. So this one has 2 different sections. This is the top section, and then there's a bottom part right here, which is basically where all the goodies are. So the top portion has 3 different pouches right here, and they all have elastic on them, so you can literally stretch them out and do whatever with them. At the bottom here though, you have a little mesh zipper pouch right here. I just put my mirror inside of here. For the bottom section, this is what I really like the most, and again, literally can work out of it, which is fantastic. So this is what the bottom portion looks like here. This flips up completely. And I don't actually utilize this because these pockets are so freaking deep. So right now I just have like mascara and like lip liners that are a little bit taller sitting right there, but you guys actually can put like brushes or eyeliners or lip liners or whatever you want inside of here. But just note that these guys are super deep, so you might start losing them if they sharpen. None of these actually came with the case, just to let you know. Like all these plastic organizers I got off of Amazon, and I can link you guys them at the bottom in the description bar if you guys are curious. They all come with like foam inserts that matches like the sides of this case. case, but the foam always got extremely dirty and I just never liked to clean it. So I just removed the foam inserts completely, and then yeah, it made my case a little bit heavier to have these plastic ones instead of the foam ones, but at the same time, I don't have to struggle cleaning my kit anymore. The foam inserts, if you guys do decide to keep them in there, they can adjust. So you have one that's a really long bar that goes straight across. That you can only put in so many places because there has to be enough room for the other pieces to go in. And then you have square and rectangle pieces that you can kind of align, but you can like shift the compartments, if that makes sense, and make them different sizes. I really like the functionality of this one, again, as I said before, but the only thing is though, I just really don't like carrying it on my side. Right now, I have to carry a separate mini backpack with this guy because a lot of stuff can't fit into here. I've already overloaded this thing as it is, and I just don't want to keep carrying more weight like right on my shoulder. Now going on to the current one that I have, because obviously I have not switched everything over yet, but I'm really freaking excited about this one. This is my new Relevel case, guys. And yes, it looks like an actual backpack. I got this first Relevel case before the backpack version came out. The backpack is the same one as this guy here, so it's like a set style bag inside of this backpack. So this is by Relevel, as I said before. It is the makeup backpack. It's supposed to be about the same size as the other one, but I have found out that the dimensions are slightly different. If I turn it like to the side, I feel like the other case is like a little bit longer, if that makes sense. So some of my compartments that I have inside of here, the plastic containers may not fit inside of here, so I might have to do a little bit of rearranging and condensing a little bit more. Oh, and this is also a little bit deeper too. This is the whole entire depth of it right here. The other one probably only goes about like 3/4 of the way up. I don't know where to start with this guy. So first of all, they come in a black and a gray color in this one. It has a handle up top here, kind of like a suitcase. It is padded so you can carry it around. This whole entire thing is so freaking sturdy, guys. I am really impressed by it. Then if you flip over on the back, you have several different pads going on. So it's padded right here and it's padded right here where it would normally like sit on your back on your shoulders. And then this is actually where the backpack straps are. So as you guys can tell, they tuck right in here, but I'm gonna flip them out for the time being. So you basically just take this and then there is a buckle right at the bottom here. And then all you wanna do is literally just snap it. That is what it looks like when it is all snapped and into place and everything. That's what it looks like as a backpack. How cool is that, guys? There is a buckle that's right here. Not sure if I do that, but if it has too much weight to it, it might be a thing you'd consider. On the back and the sides and the front, literally so many pockets. I basically want to try to eliminate completely that really mini backpack that I have because I usually carry like touch-up kits and my towels and everything and Kleenex and whatnot in there. With this bag, I don't think I'm going to have to carry an extra bag, and I just want to eliminate the amount of bags and stuff that I carry with me. But anyways, there is a pocket that zips right here at the bottom if you wanted to put, you know, like personal items inside of there because it's a little bit more private. So like if you wanted to put like your ID or something inside of it, then you can. However, there is a spot right here to put either business cards or your ID if you wanted to. There is a pouch right here that has elastic, like it pulls out pretty far. So that is what is on that side. And then if you flip it over to the other side here, believe it or not, this is actually a USB charger. Like how cool is that? You can literally charge your phone on set, and I will show you guys how it works because it's so freaking cool. This is an elastic pouch as well. It's pretty much identical to the other side, but it has a zipper right here. So what you guys can do as a makeup artist is you can either put makeup remover wipes or you can put tissues inside of here, like just slide it on the back here, open it, and then feed it out through the side here. And this is actually technically the front of the set bag. So it would be like towards you, if that makes sense. You could literally just like pull it out whenever you needed it. How convenient is that? I'm probably going to get major use out of that because I really need tissues accessible. And I always hate having like a separate tissue box on set. Then as far as the front of it, a lot of pockets still. You have a pocket right here up front, and it does go all the way down to the bottom here, which is nice. And everything is lined on the inside, so it should be pretty easy to clean with a hand sanitizing wipe or something. Then this is actually a zip around pouch completely. And then right in here, there's like a whole bunch of pouches. So you have one that is in a mesh zipper right here. It's kind of awkward to show you guys this. Hold on. There. But yeah, there's a zipper pouch right here, so you can unzip that, and this all is like mesh. There are two pouches that are on this side here, but at the very bottom, maybe, yeah, it's like right here and then right here. and you can stick whatever you want inside of there. They do have a little bit of elastic. There is a top portion right here that is a little mesh pouch to hold all of your stuff together. They actually have a clip right here, and then if you flip it around, there is also a clip right here. If you have like a lot of stuff inside of it and it's kind of overflowing, it'll secure it and hold it together. There is these center zippers right here, so this is actually how you undo the bag. Ta-da! It looks the same as the other bag. But again, as I said before, it's a lot deeper. This is the cord right here that you use to charge. They actually give you this USB port. And then, for instance, I have like a portable battery charger. So I'm just gonna plug it into the USB side of here. Then I'm gonna turn it on. So then what you do is take your phone cord or whatever cord that you have. I am going to plug it in on the side right here. And then obviously I'm gonna plug this side on my phone. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's charged. That is pretty much how that works as far as a charger. These are the foam inserts that I was talking about. So you can literally shift this guy back and forth if you want to. And then you can eliminate these or, you know, move these around if you wanted to, depending on what kind of makeup that you have and where you want it placed. But I will probably remove all of these foam inserts like I did with the other one and just use those plastic containers. Then I'm actually really excited about this top part because it's completely clear right here and it does flip up like the other one. And what's really nice about this, guys, is that these guys are so shallow. I'm not gonna have an issue losing pencils or anything inside of here because they're so shallow. The ones in the back obviously are a little bit deeper. And then my other bag has the same function. I just forgot to mention it. They both have these zippers right here. And then this actually goes all the way to the end of here. That is pretty much it as far as this bag. I am so freaking excited to switch everything over. And that concludes the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and just kind of, I guess, the pros and cons of each makeup case. Comment below which ones you use and if any of the ones I mentioned are similar to the ones that you have, or if you actually have the same ones, what you like and what you don't like about it. All the links will be in the description bar down below, so definitely go ahead and check that out. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, as well as also hitting that subscribe button down below. I do upload a ton of makeup artist related content, so if that's something that you're interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel. As always, I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.